Hello there, Sarah from 17 once again. This is a Battlefield 5 commentary, and it's called a Sisyphean task. This is Wake Island. This is a 50-minute long attack, and you want to get comfortable, get a drink, get some snacks if need be, because this is going to be Battlefield 5 at some of its most frustrating. I've chosen this gameplay because it kind of symbolises a lot of the stuff that you will face when you take on this game. At the very beginning of Breakthrough on Wake Island, you have to take A and B. B is the one that your navy can go forward and attack and get behind the enemy if they want to in a kind of risky flank that's really effective. A is the one that everyone expects. A is the one that our team decided to take, and I jumped off the landing craft into a bit of a shit show. There's baddies all in the trees, there's flares everywhere. And the one good thing about this game is I don't think anybody had air superiority. I don't think at any point in this video are you going to see people exploiting the planes. And that is a super good thing, because the planes in the Pacific are ridiculous. There's a sniper up there and I put some bullets on him, but I miss every shot. Then my squad mate gets put down and I go for the cheeky revive thinking my team can cover me, and they actually do, which is quite rare. But in this game, I'm going to get shot by snipers in this game more than I have in every single game of Battlefield that I've played. And I might have played maybe 50, 60 rounds. There's the first one. The Lee Enfield through the wall by Grey Scout. You're going to see quite a lot of that. I was surprised when I came to this. Look at this. There's all my team here and everybody shoots at me. Have you ever noticed that? It's so bizarre. This is one of those games where I get put into some really bad situations because my team won't do what we need to do. There's the sniper that put me down. I pinged the island for the team. We've took the flag. He's going to be a problem, but I don't have the weapon for it. If you're wondering what the gun I'm using is, it's called the Nambu Type 2A. This gun is bullshit. This gun is completely nonsense. It's 1200 rounds per second. This thing is a slayer of men. In a 1v1, if I lose a 1v1, I should feel ashamed, because this is a gun that almost takes away the need to aim. It's that good. If I'm up close and I'm using this gun, I should win. If I don't, the person who outplayed me deserves a medal, and I deserve to be ashamed. That being said, you can still get fucked by this gun, but fundamentally I'm using a very strong gun, and it is a gun that I like a lot because it encapsulates my playstyle. However, at a range like that, the Sturmgewehr is going to beat me, and it deserves to beat me, so you can't be angry at that death. That's a death that I deserve. And right now, the defence that they're putting up on this particular part of this island is quite rare. If you take the first flag quickly, normally the rest of the team pulls back, so these people do a really, really good job here. And this is the first part of this commentary and this gameplay where I kind of felt that we might be on for a bit of a romping. Because if the team can hold you a little bit here and you don't take the first objectives quickly, it sets the stage for the rest. So at this moment, because I play a lot of Breakthrough, I attack a lot. I don't like defending. I find it campy and boring, so I don't do it. I just quit until I get an attacking lobby. It's just the way I like to play. So I know generally now when an attack is going to work and when it's not going to work, and how that's going to play out and how it's going to feel. And I know when a team is cowardly, I know when a team is ballsy, I know when we've got a good mix. And I got so many red lights, so many warnings in this gameplay, so many, that I should have quit, I should have left. But I don't like leaving, I don't like quitting, I like winning, I like pushing forward. There's me shooting the first of many flares, and if you want to play the Battlefield 5 drinking game, every time I shoot a flare, take a shot. Be careful though, there's going to be a lot of it. Also, notice, one of our team members just shot a flare. Look at the UAV, look at the map. Can you see what I see right now? See how many enemies are in that circle? That's what happens when a person shoots a flare and it says you are spotted. Right now, I am spotted, so they can see me like I could see them. So if you don't know Battlefield, right now, I couldn't even shoot high enough because the game wouldn't let me look high enough on the ground. I had to stand up to shoot the flare. So much frustrating in this one. Frustration Center. Frustration City. So look at the map, guys. We have 3 tanks. 3 tanks, he gets sniped. I pick him up, or he picks him up and he gets sniped again. And then I think I pick him up and he gets sniped again. And at that point, I didn't want to pick him up again because if you're not going to fucking learn, you shouldn't get revived, you know? This guy literally goes back to the same spot to die again. Insanity. But I'm pushing forward towards B. I don't like this objective. I feel like this objective, it's way easier for them than it is for us, unless you're moving as a torrent, and it never plays like you think it should play. So I'm moving around the left. I'm marked, by the way. I'm spotted, so everyone knows where I am. I take nearly full damage just then. Get the heal off. See the guy just there? He fires a grenade at us or something, kills my teammate. I go for the quick, sexy revive. We've still got 457 tickets, so it's not completely all hope is lost, but I can already tell the team isn't where they should be. And I am. And it normally doesn't work like this. Normally, I'm not very aggressive on this early objective. But for this one, I was seeing people, I was finding traffic, I was in a good position, and I was trying to anchor for my squad. Do you notice that my squad has never joined me once? How long have I been near this flag? And I've not been in combat the whole time. I've been spawn honourable, but none of my squad ever came near me on this moment. It's just been me and a couple of these random guys. There's this guy under there. I don't know what he's doing. So I killed him. I am marked on the enemy's maps, completely spotted, going ham on their objective with half my team dead at my feet. All those tanks we had are gone, because they got rid of them very quickly, which is always a scary thought. If they're that good at getting rid of armour, it means that they're going to work together. And look, right now, we have a flare. See those people? Now I have information, I can start doing damage again, but at the same time, I don't want to overextend because I'm painted too. So I shoot the flare, and my teammate on the left dies, and then I get killed by a grenade that I didn't see at the time. So, unfortunately, we get taken out there. And look where my team is. Look at this dude. So that's it for me. As soon as I see that, I'm leaving. I'm joining someone else. I see that they have medics and assaults. I'm hoping that these guys are going to be a bit more aggressive. Normally when I spawn in on a new squad, I request an order. In this game, guys, when you're squad leader, you can cash in points that are acquired by the whole team and use them for certain advantages that can lead to some tons of kills and really, really loads of points, which is cool. I've never really had chance to be the team leader and get loads of points by calling in the big bombs and stuff. It's never happened yet because everybody's greedy, and I just don't start my own squad because the more people to spawn on, it's generally the better for me. So immediately I start throwing smoke so that the team can hopefully get some delusions of grandeur to push up. And I smoke the enemy, not us, because it's just easier for them not to be able to see and not so much us not to be able to see. And hopefully my team will push forward. When you request an order, guys, and someone on the team doesn't know what they're doing as a captain, if they do not put an order in and mark a flag like those green lines on that symbol next to me, it will give you a promotion to become the team leader and you can start giving orders. And the reason you want to give orders is you get points for doing it. So if we take B when it's flashing like this, I'll get 100 or 200 extra points on my capping, which is a lot. And if you do that for a full course of a game, you'll level up, you'll get a higher score per minute, and you'll help the team, you know, you'll feel... I like getting points, that's pretty much why I do it. I'm a selfish point whore. But I'm coming over here, and the team is... There's like 2 or 3 of us on this point who are doing pretty well, but everyone else is kind of... Look at them all sniping. All my squad are dead in the distance, like not really pushing forward, not really covering the distance, and then there's just us. There's an enemy tank there that's not been taken. The guys that are on the flag with me right now taking this flag are fucking heroes. I don't know how we did it, but do you see the bar where it's got red on it below, above barracks? Right now I get body blocked by my teammate. I was really, really angry at this engagement because it gets you killed. And I don't know why anybody stands next to people in this game because all it does is block movement. But I get rid of that dude. I'm thinking about the revive, but I know I'm getting pushed. This guy picks him up anyway, saves me the job. A couple of guys are looking my way, so I don't really want to contest in this kind of... Look, just then, see that? Body blocks me on the corner. I nearly died then. If I'd have died then, I might have alt F4'd and just left, because at this point, I'm having an existential crisis. It doesn't seem like it. You might think, this looks like a great game. You look like you're having, you know, a jolly good time. But there we go, sniping number 2. From man who's 9 million miles away and puts me down. And right then, I think is the first moment I realised how really dangerous this game was going to be. Because I'm number 1 on the board. When you play Breakthrough on Wake Island, you are never number 1 on the board because there's usually 2 pilots and a tank guy who've got 900 kills and no deaths and are literally doing what they do every single game, and I question the logic of why DICE allows it. So, when I'm number 1, it means we have no navy, it means that we have no air force, and it means that we probably, the enemy team are taking our tanks down too quickly for them to be that effective. And I'm having a good game, but I'm not having a great game, you know? The problem with the game, fundamentally, is I'm kind of on my own with 1 or 2 guys, and the 1 or 2 guys I'm with, they're all dying. So here's a guy around here, managed to clip him. There's a couple guys in there dying. I get sniped here, but I don't die. There it was, headshot, like 20 damage. See the guy through there, spray him down. A couple of guys all around. No one marked at the moment and no flares, so that's a good feeling, but lots of people dead in there. I'd love to revive them because one of them is a squad mate, but look at this guy waiting for me to do it. And I know he's there because I know how this is playing. This is one of those moments where you think there's nobody and then someone shoots you. So I'm being very tentative. I'm trying to move intelligently through the environment. I'm trying not to show too much of my body for people to be sniping from long range. And right now, I have a squad mate on me who's going to get picked up, hopefully. Another squad mate dies just then. Right now, this squad I've moved to, way better. Can't complain. They might not be able to win some of these gunfights. You never know what the terms were. They might have had a really, really bad roll. But fundamentally, these guys are pushing. I'm doing my best to give them a chance to get revived, as much as I'd love to be the one reviving. And we're down to 380 tickets and we can't keep this objective because they've took A back. So immediately you know, when a team's willing to retake A, even though we're actually getting it back right now and we've got B, so it's going to move on as soon as this is done, but it took us 120 tickets-ish to take the first two sectors. That right there, guys, of anyone who's played Breakthrough tells you we're probably going to lose. As soon as we got that resistance and they were eager to take the flag back, I knew we were going to have a game here. And normally, there it was, did you see him? That's a sniper, boys. See the glint? Luckily, he didn't aim high enough, no instant kill. But he marked me because he hit me. So, once you push the enemy back, it will force the enemies to clear the sector. And it will mark them through the wall sphere. Did you see what I just saw? That's an enemy plane over there. Luckily, it seems like our Air Force, instead of being anti-infantry, they're being anti-plane, which I'm good. Let the planes fight between themselves. That's what they're meant to do. However, in these maps, they farm infantry. And I'm an infantry player. I don't even get in the vehicles. I don't like vehicles. I wish Battlefield didn't have vehicles. And I know that that's a crazy thing and everyone's like, that's not Battlefield then. I don't care. I fucking hate them. I'll always hate them. I always will hate them. They're too strong. They're too strong, and infantry doesn't have the options that it needs to get rid of them, because it shouldn't take a full team trying to take out one tank. It's ridiculous. And on these maps, you can get 4 tanks. 4 tanks. Why would anybody want 4 tanks? I'll never understand. But pushing forward now, my job here is to smoke as much of this as I can to give my team the courage to push towards that bunker that they're holding down. If I can get in that bunker, I can cause a lot of havoc and I can do a lot of damage, and hopefully my team will follow me. Depending on how courageous my team is will depend on how eager they are to do it. And this is generally how it plays out. You'll either get those crazy bastards that just run up, no smoke, and you can follow them if you want to. Bad idea, but sometimes I do. Or you'll get that one guy. The one guy who just thinks, fuck it, because he's impatient, and then I'll follow him. But the moment I see the tank, I know we can push. We just need a bit more smoke, and as long as we're not spotted, as long as there's no flares, we can get in here, we can turn the tide. And he's going in. I know he's going in, so I'm going in. And I look to the right, it's clear. Look to the left, it's clear. And look at that. The team's already done it. My job has been done by these boys. That is a massive, major point for my team right there. These guys who are here, I will give them anything. I'll give them the world, because they're willing to do the dangerous thing to win. So all I'm going to do now, try and keep them up, try and get rid of as many people as I can. I'm immediately spotted, which is a horrible mechanic that I'm going to talk about in this video. So did you see the flare that I shot? That's what the recon class can do. We have one right now. See it over there? Whoever that recon player is, I love him. We have another one too. 2 flares. 3 flares right now. This is the one part of the map where our team was really good with the flares. The information those flares give you are amazing, and they have a hard counter. You can shoot them. If the team doesn't shoot them, it's your own fault. The problem is then, guys, the planes have flares too. So a plane can fly over an objective, they can drop a flare in the stratosphere that you cannot shoot, and it will give them a free UAV like they see right now when you're spotted. How I can see those angled red triangles that tell you the direction people are facing. It gives you all the information you could ever need to beat a player. It's way too much. It's ridiculous if you ask me. It's broken. And I'm using a broken gun and it's broken. But that's the way it works. And with the planes, if you have 2 good pilots constantly strafing infantry, you will always be spotted the whole game. I've had matches on this map, guys, where I've been spotted the whole game, and at the end I've just left because I've got so frustrated with it. And there's no counter. The only counter is to kill the planes, and they respawn. So it's just really, really silly. But right now, my team is doing a great job. I feel sorry for that guy, because that's the range where the Type 2 should not do what it just did. But it fires 1,200 rounds a minute, and he stood no chance, and he was probably using an assault rifle. That guy got bullshitted by a bullshit gun, and you'll notice I have the bullshit gun gold, because it wasn't that difficult to do, which is quite nice. The assignments took skill, and this gun doesn't take any skill, so it was easy. And I actually have 2 golden guns now, guys, on this game, even though I'm a Christmas noob. I have the Grease Gun Gold and I have the Nambu Gold, and I'm working on the Thompson at the moment, which is a really fun gun too. But there's the flare. I pop it down for the 50 points and so I can actually not have anybody here. This isn't another flare, did you see it? This is an ammo box that will refill all of my smoke. So what I'm going to do here, guys, is I'm going to smoke the left-hand side doorway. I'm going to smoke into the hangar. I'm going to smoke to the right of the hangar for those guys that like to snipe into the hangar. And then hopefully I'm going to push in and my team's going to follow. I love this part of the map. I notice we're already in though, so it gives me free reign to run in. And this is where I get to do my work. This is my range. This is what I'm looking for. The problem here is, depending on how many explosives hit these shelves, depends on what your cover is. And it can be really easy to overextend. So he runs in, I'm going to follow him, because it's what I do. See the guy laid down, pick this dude up. That was Grey Scout, the sniper that killed me at the beginning of the game. It was nice to get him back. And then you'll notice we're taking the flag, but they have a big presence, and I think I looked the wrong direction coming up. So I see a guy there, put him down with a hipfire. I spec this gun into hipfire because I love the hipfire in this game. There's a grenade. A couple of people are dead on the side. There's a guy over there I'm trying to shoot, but I can't hit him because of the shelves and my spray is too much. And this is when I guess wrong. I guess left, and they're all on the right. Look at that. How unlucky is that? Not a single guy on the right, even though it looked like there was 2. And then 3 people on the left, and then 3 people on the right put me down. If that ain't horrible timing, I don't know what is. And then this bugged me so much. So goddamn much. The enemy does not have a strong presence in the sky, and this guy's sitting on an anti-air gun 9 miles away from the objective. And I can't spawn on the objective that I was taking on the front line with the brave boys, and he's 9 miles away shooting at imaginary planes, anchoring our spawn, so I have to run all the way back. Right now, I'm not in a good place. I am the opposite of a good place. And you'll notice, instantly I tried to check to see if I could swap squads. So my squad has gone from being a squad that I enjoy because they were on the objective with me, to a squad if the team killing existed, I would have killed them both. I would have killed the fucking plane, and I would have killed him. Like, if this was my server, they're both gone right now, and it's me and the other guy on our own, because he's the only person that's showing an interest in pushing, and if you don't push the objectives in these games, guys, I don't want to play with you. That's the point of the game. If you don't want objectives, play Team Deathmatch. Play something else. I don't know enough about Battlefield to know what they offer, but play those other modes. This mode is about taking the fucking objectives, and that's what I'm trying to do. So, just so angry at that player at that time. But I smoked both those sides. I'm going to smoke even more, and I'm going to refill my smokes just in case, and then I'm going to go in again and hopefully put a bit more of a presence in there. Heal the boys, get through there, see what we can do. The team look like they want to push, but they're not sure. They're waiting for that person to go in. I try to go in, he blocks me. I come over here, and I can't tell, is this a bad idea? Not quite, but it's getting there. So this plane is your best friend. And sorry about the stuttering, guys. My capture does that sometimes. So right now, look at the map. See the people? Look at the people. Oh, I missed that kill. That sucked. I'm going to cause as much chaos as I can to give my team an opportunity to get in here. As soon as they see me in here, they have to think, if he's in there, I can be in there too. So I'm going to put as much pressure on these guys as I can. I slide peek that guy and just bullshit him with the bullshit gun. Love this gun. The explosives are just railing me right now. 2 guys over there, 1 guy going for the revive, so I just hold the trigger. I'm spotted and now I'm concerned. The moment you're spotted in this game, it gets dangerous. So I get aggressive because I think when I'm spotted I'm already dead. I might as well die for a purpose. But I back up because there's no one there. I see a guy laid prone just over there, pick him up, try and get some heals, try not to get ghost reloads because this game is quite broken at times with terrible glitches. There's a whole host of issues and I don't really want to talk about them because you know them if you play it and there's just no need, but it can be very frustrating not reloading correctly and not healing correctly and not being able to prone and what have you. 2 guys on the left here, an extra guy pops up on the map in a moment, see him there? I don't know why he's on the map, he must have been spotted by somebody, he's laid down, I kill him and wipe the squad. Guys are all on the flag, I'm on the flag too, 2 guys on the left and I overextend and unfortunately that guy just puts me down with the Sten, which GG to him, the Sten's a solid gun. And I'm using a gun that is very broken, so I can't be mad at that. It would have been nice if I could have got those kills, because we could have continued the spree. And you'll notice no transition, which means someone's going to be crazy enough to come get me. See the guy with the Sten watching the body? I didn't want this guy to do this, but he's coming in a moment. He smokes me, and he grabs me. Look at him. Look at this champion. Look at this ballsy champion. The guy with the Sten has got no clue, apparently, and he gets me up. And that's it. If you have the balls to do what he did, I will play with you any day, because that's what these moments are all about. And I'm going to do my best to repay the favour. I overextend here, though, and I don't reload correctly. Watch this. So I come out before I've fully reloaded, and I pay for it. Too aggressive, and I don't get revived. But I didn't deserve to be revived, because I played badly. If I'd have got that ratch of the bolt off while I was round the cover, both of those guys were dead. But unfortunately, guys, I'm still quite new to the game, and I got shit on. Deservedly, too. But we took the point, 356 lives. It only took us 21 minutes to do. At this point, I have no hope we're going to win, but I'm having a decent time, minus that run back from that dude on the anti-air gun. So this part coming up, the airstrip, is probably like my least favourite part of Wake Island. This area is very difficult to push when your team won't push. And what I usually do here, guys, is if my team is being cowardly and no one has an interest in going, I swap to the jungle carbine, or I swap to the bar on the support class, and I counter-snipe the people in the tunnel, or the people trying to snipe and things. That's what I do. Because I know, if the team doesn't show interest in going over there, we're never getting over there, so it's a dead game, and I could just leave, but I want to stick in there, because I don't like quitting. However, if the team shows me that they're willing to go through, if we have a tank leading the charge, or we have medics throwing smoke and going in there, I'm going to follow. I want to be aggressive, but I don't want to play stupid. I do play stupid because I am stupid, but fundamentally, I'm not going to throw my life away because I want to be effective. I want to help. I want to win. So right now, I pop a smoke. There's a guy down, which means they're guarding the tunnel. There's a flare going up. I pop smoke over the top just to be a bit of misdirection. This guy runs in. He's on my team. He's redeeming himself, so hopefully I can like him again after that incident with the plane. There's a guy laid down over there which we put down. Somebody's spraying bullets. There's an anti-tank mine there which I'm going to shoot just in case our tank comes through. I don't know if that kills my team. I think it hurt him, so I threw some shit to him to heal him. Sorry about that, dude. I kill a guy in the smoke with my cheat codes because everybody lays there, so you always pre-fire the corners. And then my teammate goes down telling me we have more trouble waiting for us, and he runs after him. I'm like, you crazy bastard. So I follow him because I'm stupid too. I put the smoke down because they're all running past his body, and I pick him up. He doesn't deserve it if he was the one on the gun because I hate him, but I picked him up because it's what we do. I can hear gunfire everywhere. I'm getting shot. There's a guy just there, guy to my right, guy to my left, guy over there who's on my team and confusing me. And then I run back into the smoke because at this moment I'm triggered and I need to heal. So, two guys up on the top, kill that guy trying to revive, check the left, nobody there, smoke on the right side of the bunker. Anybody across from us? One guy on the right, did you see him? I did. Guy on the left over there, put some bullets on him, clean him up because he's injured. Anybody else? Guy on the right just over there, not my range. Somebody's shooting at me though, so I get off just in case to not get murked. Teammates are taking damage and dying all around us. There could be somebody inside the doors. I'm going to put some bullets on him, run out of ammunition, take a few, and hopefully clean him up the second time. There he is, pick him up, get that clip in. Anybody on the left? Can't see anybody now. What I'm doing here is I'm trying to be effective while giving my team a chance to follow us. They can see us on the flag, but they just don't want to. This is unfortunate. I couldn't save my guy. I come in here, always check the corners in there. People are crafty. And then the guy with the ribby rolls puts me down. I can't begin to bitch about that gun because that gun is a good gun, but it's nothing like broken, so mad respect for that. And I don't know if you saw that, but do you see the team? They're taking B. This was the point where I wasn't quite sure if we were going to go anywhere, but I noticed they were going for the other flag. So right now, we're capping B. We're cutting off one half of this problem. In my experience of a day and a half of playing this multiplayer, I have almost never had a good attack when B was taken first. It's a good idea, the enemy team never expects it, but usually, if you have to cap B, the enemy is holding A so much you're probably going to lose. That's just from personal experience. Usually, that's how it works. So for me, I think capping A is the most important because I feel like holding A is way easier than holding B because of the runway. The runway means you're in no man's land trying to push this, and there's only two other places you can come from. So with the right vehicles and the right placements, you can really stop a team here. Whereas the other side with the beach, we always rush that on attack and do pretty well on that objective. And that's when it's not even already captured. So right now, I put the jungle carbine on thinking I'm going to be able to practice my jungle carbine and level it up, because I'm horrible with these guns, guys. I use submachine guns. I don't know how to use these bolt action things. They're just too skillful for me. I'm a noob. But this gun is overpowered as well. This is really strong. It's a one bullet headshot. So if you're accurate, you can be a monster with this gun, but I'm rubbish. So I put it on every so often to get a little bit better, a little bit more comfortable with it. However, we're pushing. I didn't think we would. I thought that after our presence was removed, we would take a while to get back here, and I thought I'd be able to counter-snipe a little bit. So it didn't happen. So I'm now at you'll notice I swapped to the pistol and I'm spotted. I'm now at the range where I'm not even remotely comfortable of using my bloody gun, which is bad news. See these guys shooting in there, know someone's in there. I have a peek because I'll always peek. I'm the guy who always peeks. I'm a pervert. And then I come over here to look over and see what's going on the left-hand side. I was tempted to flank around the other side, but I always die when I do that, so I'm not too keen. And then this guy kills everybody, or somebody did. We capture the objective, and then I notice a Type 2. So, Type 2A, it's not the gun that I was using. It's using a sight I've never used, and it's using the 50-round mag, which is 1,000 RPM, so it's 200 RPM slower, but you get an extra 20 bullets. Even though it's not the one I'm using, this gun is so good that I will make do with it, you know. There are worser things I could have picked up. So I see somebody damaged in here. I check the corners because there's always some bitch in the corner in this area. Heal that guy, push forward, and at this point, we've lost B again, but we've captured A. There's still a guy on it. I'm going to pick the ammo up from the box over there to replenish everything, and I'm going to try and see where this dude is, because you see how that chunk just got bigger? That means somebody spawned on the guy who's hiding. And it got smaller, so somebody just killed somebody. Someone knows where these people are, and we need to get them off. So I push forward to the area that's always the most congested. There's a tank on the right that's on a hill that's been a bitch, but I think our tank just killed it, which is always good. A couple guys just running around. I smoke the area where this bush is. I love this particular area when you're attacking, because people like this, and people poke their head up in this trench, because they get delusions of grandeur, so you can just clean them up, and then that guy sees me. I'm not very good at range. I've never used the sight before, so that was pretty horrible to watch, but thankfully somebody can actually aim and kill that man. Sector artillery, which is theirs, on our flag, tells me that their presence is stronger than I thought it was, and I was hoping we could push this quicker because we're losing. We only have 278 tickets, which is more than enough to win, but the history shows us this team is willing to put up one heck of a defence, and I don't think that we have it in us to put up the attack needed to beat them. So I shoot the flare, or someone shoots the flare. I didn't get the points. People are aware taking flares out. I love to see that. Now, I'm just going to circulate around here, trying to get anybody in the trench and anybody in the side of the trench, because this is my area. This is where I want to be. This is where I want to see people. If I see people here, I'm going to have fun, because usually I'm aggressive enough to push smoke and put them down, and they don't really know what to do, which is one of the this is a bad moment. So you might notice that I stood up, I laid down, I stood up, I laid down. I was having problems there, guys. I wanted to stand up, sprint, slide, and then go prone. And I did the sequence of buttons, and it just got eaten, and I just kept laying down. And I died to the grenade that I could have got away from, but the game just said no. I was very angry in that moment. I'm glad this isn't a live commentary, or expletives would have been uttered, because there's no reason for that at all. The server, for whatever reason, was having fun. Anyhow, somebody picks me up, so big props to that guy, and I can continue going on a tear with this most disgusting of guns. This gun's getting nerfed soon, so hopefully that DICE will do a good job and not completely ruin it. Because I have to be honest, guys, as much as it's completely destroyed the meta, and it is too good, it's really, really fun. And there's the snipe that I told you about, so there you go. This is the most I've ever been sniped. Ever. Because you just don't really get sniped if you keep moving, and one of the problems I've always had with Battlefield is I can't stand still when I shoot people, because I'm always thinking I'm about to get headshotted, so I'm always moving side to side, and in Battlefield there's a movement penalty when you do that. So when you shoot a gun, if you're moving, your bullets don't go where your reticle is, there's a deviation. And you can use specializations to make it less noticeable and less annoying, but fundamentally, if you want to shoot like a jungle carbine, you need to stand still when you shoot and then move in between the shots. And I can't do it. I really struggle. You'll notice from my gameplay, I'm the person that I can't sit still because I'm so paranoid that I'm about to get, oh, there's a shotgun. So the Type 2A is monstrous, but any shotgun at that range is going to beat you. And he had the balls to just run straight out, load the shell, and put me down. He didn't give a fuck, did he? He was confident that I was going to work, and it did. Gotta love the balls on a player like that. But we're finally on B. They have two... This was a bad idea. And I get ribby rolled again. And then this is when shit gets weird. So, we're losing A. We were on B, we had a really good presence, and they took A while that was happening. And I didn't notice because I was doing my best to take B. And I got killed on B, and then I spawn on A, and I get wrecked on A by people who are essentially doing their job. So, I'm in a weird space right now of, are you kidding me? We've somehow, and there's an enemy tank there, do you see it? Two of our team have died on the flag. One guy's in that bunker, and an enemy tank is here. So not only do they now have, they have armor on our flag, but they have people spawning in, and it's just, I don't want to be in this position because they have all the advantage. I don't know what, and then I get body blocked. Oh my gosh. By a level 0. A level 0 body blocks me. Oh, that's tragic. That's the worst. Do this for me, guys. I don't care how experienced you are. Never, ever stand near your team. Never stand near somebody when they're doing something. All that's going to happen is you're going to be part of a montage and a collab. That's all that's going to happen. And of course, it can happen by accident, and you've done it yourself. I've probably done it dozens of times. But fundamentally, don't go and stand next to a dude when he's in a fucking gunfight. What are you going to do? Stick your head next to his and be a wider target? Like, it's bad news. And especially in this game where it's like you're hitting a brick wall. You cannot move. And the moment I get shot, I go for cover. And my reflexes are pretty good. If he'd have not been there, I don't die in that engagement. But as it stands, see you later. And I don't mind dying to them. They outplayed me. It was 2 people shooting at me from a head glitch. And they outplayed me. It's that simple. But it wouldn't have happened if my movement had have been input. And there we go again. Guy 9 mile away with rifle, not getting shot by my team, puts me down with a sniper headshot. So, look at this, just like, look how shit this is. I'm overextending into places I shouldn't be, taking sloppy deaths, because I can't do the stuff I normally do, because the stuff I normally do is reliant on the team having eyes and pushing forward. Like, look at the flag right now, look at nobody near B. Look at all those X's in the trench. An entire team of people can't push the trench. There was 3 of us that pushed that trench the first time we went through, and we lost it just as quick. And look at that bullshit death. That grenade was on top of the area that I was laid down beneath. There's no planet where that should have even touched me. And then this is the best part of the video. Right now, guys, no one is near us in this building. As I take this flag, I check in here just in case. There's no one in here. This guy behind me sees me check it, throws dynamite in there, I get frustrated at him cocking the door, and then he kills me. Look at that. And get this, right? This guy has 36 deaths. 36 deaths. How do you die 36 times in a fucking video game? I don't understand. 36 deaths he has if you check the scoreboard. I checked his stats. He's been playing this game for 49 days. 49 days. And he's died 36 times in this match. And he kills the highest scoring, highest killing player on his fucking team. And I don't think he's even trolling. I think he's just a retard. Like, I just don't understand. He has a 0.45 KD. 0.45. He can't even get a kill before he dies. And he kills me. I've had one day on this multiplayer. 49 days kills me. You can't make it up, you know. And then as you look at the game now this is doomed because they have us completely back where we started, and it took us forever to take this the first time, and now we have 127 tickets and a guy who's willing to waste 36 of them doing nothing. So at this point, I put the jungle carbine on because I've almost accepted we've lost, and I want to rank it up so I can get all the specializations. And this is really frustrating, this is so frustrating. So the guy next to me dies. I kill this guy with a revolver. I try to pick the bar up, but the input's so delayed it doesn't work. And then I pick it up by accident and think I haven't, and then swap it by accident. And then when I get it, he's using the fucking iron sight, so I can't see a damn thing. I lay down, try and reload, don't reload, have no bullets, and then lose the gunfight. and I'm already triggered by being killed by my own team, and then I get into that whole situation. Dude, I was fucking losing it. I was losing it. Absolutely losing it. And here's the reason why. You might think, Chris, that guy's got 36 deaths and 49 days played, but he's immersed and he loves it, leave him alone. Like, it's not that I'm mad at. It's that the potential for this game, if my team had hands, and if we were even remotely competent at attacking as they are at defending, this could have been a really good game. This could have been a 100+ kill game where we won, and it was a really, really hard-fought defense. This could have been a Goldilocks game. But because my team is so much worse than their team, and their team is so much more creative at defending than we are at attacking, I see just so much wasted potential. And then here comes the bomb, and luckily it doesn't kill me. If you die to those ordnance bombs, you can't revive. And if you look right now, guys, you remember how I said when I join a new team I request an order? And then when I do that, it makes sure that I know that the team leader's not a moron. Well, right now we're sitting on 55,000 points and he's not spending our points. I should have took it off of him, even though just then he declared an order, so maybe he does know what he's doing, but what is he saving up for? I don't know how well my team is doing, but I reckon 57,000 points is pretty high. I reckon most of that's probably me, and he's not spending the points to give us any kind of... And then the ribby roll gets me again. That guy likes to lay on the ground and just counter-shoot people. But this guy picks me up and doesn't die, which I love. GG, man. I love you. What a ballsy revive. Puts that smoke on me. The guy knows where I am. Why wouldn't he just shoot at the icon? I don't get that. Guy over there. Horrible range for the Type 2A, but it's so broken it can do it. And then we start getting a presence back on A. They have people on it, they're firing flares. We have a tank here that's definitely helping. Our armour was interesting, but sporadic. There were times when our armour was there as a presence and it helped, and then there were times when we needed it and I don't know what it was doing. There's a moment coming up here where I just have horrible aim. And then a Sten puts me down again. This is the game where the Sten beats me repeatedly. So kudos to this guy. This was an interesting flank that this guy does. Major Nyberg, good for you, man. He came at this from a different angle and I followed with him and we managed to get a ton of them off the flag. This was kind of cool. The problem is, I am so tilted right now and triggered like a motherfucker that I just couldn't even aim. So the aim you're about to see coming up when there were so many targets, option paralysis. I got so excited I couldn't even kill one guy. And then there's that guy and look at this aim, look at this aim. Oof, I'm so glad somebody else killed him. Just horrible, horrible. Like, I've got no excuse. I know I'm better than that, but for whatever reason, my hands just wouldn't do the thing. And then Nyberg gets put down. I should revive him, hopefully. I hope somebody does. Once again, guys, kind of triggered right now. I might ignore him. Somebody picked him up, luckily. There we go. And I'm trying to just... I'm so frustrated that it's making me kind of tunnel-visioned. Tunnel-visioned into getting them out of these bunkers that they shouldn't be in. But they're in because they're doing a good job. And it's that moment of... I go for the revive because I think I've cleared out the environment. But the psychological roller coaster of this one. 7 enemies, we've got both of the flags, we're finally pushing them away. If they were here, they would be marked on the map. So right now, we know for certain that there's nobody else here, and we've pushed this sector finally. But if you look at the top, we have 73 tickets to take the final segment of Wake Island. And the final segment of Wake Island is not the hardest point to take, but against a team that's this capable, this is going to be a rough one. So you might be wondering, Chris, why are you smoking when, you know, it's your territory and there's no one here? I do this because people like to shoot from long distances. And I know that when I get to this flag, I can refill all the smokes I've used. And if I can put some smoke out there to give some people some cover to save them from dying to some dirty sniper that sat 6 weeks away from anyone, trying to get cheeky kills to boost his 2KD, then I'm going to do that. And now that I've replenished, my job right here is to put as much smoke as I can on this objective to get our team through the first bunker to get to this flag. If we get to the flag quick enough, we might be able to stand a chance. I don't have much faith because history has shown us in this game that we're getting railed, and I don't know if the enemy team just had much better players, if there was any good players on there that people recognise. I couldn't really tell you because I don't know the game enough, but I feel like they just did such a good job. And usually you don't defend Wake Island. I win Wake Island way more than I lose, and it's nothing to do with me, because if your team won't follow you, and if your team won't help, it doesn't matter how good you are. I didn't really understand that with Battlefield, because I always come at things from the perspective of being a one-man army. I always feel like saying that you need the team to do something is giving yourself an excuse to not perform. And I'm that type of person that I always want to be the best and do what I can and just hopefully... Watch this as well. Watch me get completely diced right now. Total dice moment here. I was so angry. A fucking tree almost gets me killed because the movement is garbage right now. Come on, game. But at the moment, we're not doing too bad as far as the push is going. I'm going to revive as much as I can because they're precious tickets that we need. There's an enemy tank, though, which is really scary. And the smoke is running out. When the smoke starts running out, people start getting cowardly because they don't want to die just to a killing field. And I don't blame them. But it doesn't help. So right now, I'm at an impasse. Right now, I'm going to heal the team as best as I can. I'm going to pick up everybody as best as I can. And the moment I see enough smoke to cover the areas that need covering, I'm going to move into it. If I can get into that trench, I can try my best to clear it. My speciality is being a tunnel rat. I get close, I buzzsaw people down, and hopefully we'll see evidence of it here. But we won't because I get wrecked. So just then I get type 100'd. It was my fault. There was two of us, they had a superior position. Didn't play it right. I should have gone the other side, but for once I wanted to go on the right-hand side. For me, the left-hand side of the trench, that's the golden one. That's the one where the fun stuff really happens. And I should have listened to my gut. But in the moment, I thought, why not? Fuck it. See how it goes. And I paid the price. Then they drop sector artillery on as we drop down to 35 tickets. So right now, if I stand in this zone that I need to cross to get to the objective, I will die. And there's nothing we can do. It is an area of denial that lasts a certain amount of time. And it's using those points that I mentioned earlier that Pillar has spent, apparently. I don't know when he spent them, but he spent them at some point. Probably on a JT or a J1 rocket that didn't hit anybody. Points that I accrued while he was sitting on an anti-aircraft gun pissing me off. But right now, there's an airstrike happening, but I can't tell if it's ours. And I think it is, so I rush in. And then I see these guys. I saw the guy behind me as I went in, so I knew he was there, and I'd already accepted I was going to die, but I managed to flick around and kill him because this gun is, shall we say, absolutely monstrous. And then pushing through here, there's two more guys, a grenade at my feet, but that was a totally worthwhile death. I got them off where they needed to be, but unfortunately I died in one of those. I don't even know how I died. From a grenade of some sort, and it doesn't say a name. This guy picks me up because he's a goddamn war hero. And then I check the angle, nobody's pushing that way. We're in the trench, we now need to get on the flag. This is the point where it gets easier for us, but if they have sector artillery or tanks, it's still pretty tough. And this just gets dumb. Watch this. So I put that guy down, and then I get murked from a guy from the left. See that guy who's not got a tag above his head behind the man who killed me? That's a teammate who's completely oblivious. Guy runs past him and he doesn't do anything. Guy behind him shooting doesn't do anything. This guy is just sitting there, like, just kind of doing his thing. I'm waiting for the revive. Doesn't come, spoiler alert, I don't think. And then look at this dude. He goes in melees. This guy in front of another guy? Why would you ever do that? Why wouldn't you just reload your pistol and shoot him? I don't get it. Then he dies, and then all of this is me just sitting there wondering, like, what is this guy fucking doing? And then I spawn back in on this vehicle. He smokes it. I get into a gunfight with this guy, and we lose. But if you look at the stats, guys, I had the most score, 571 score per minute, 71 kills, 5.07 KD, 7 flags captured, 19 flags defended, and not even that was enough to carry that team to victory. Thank you for watching, and you take care now.